So I just realized that I didn't get the soundboard set up. What's the fucking point in streaming then? Just a moment. You know, I haven't really got like a Souls specific soundboard even set up. I'm still equipped for Oblivion right now. Maybe we'll just have to do it another day. In the meantime, I'm sure I've at least got the one. We need the one sound effect for old time's sake. Where is it? Oh, bloody hell, I'm... Can't fucking find it. I've just got a folder full of soundboard, things. I'm gonna Morb. John Cena. Half-Life Scientist noises. Nope, nope, nope. That's not the one. That's not the one. Did I delete it? There we are.
There are actually 2 bells of awakening.
That was worth it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm also buying time for me to get my tea. Thank you very much. Got it. Cheers. Now, are you sticking around, or are you heading off? So how much for the OC that can run Elden Ring? What? The PC? Oh, I don't know. I would need to upgrade my CPU probably. That's more than I can. I mean, that's the thing. I can run it. It just runs really at that line where if I try to stream it while running it, it's not going to enjoy that at all. Because Streamlabs takes a bit of toll. Streamlabs needs some CPU. It needs a crumb of CPU to work. But Elden Ring wants to use all the CPU. 100% of it. 100% of the time. So that's a problem. What should I keep behind this to? Let me keep behind it to something. Come on. What's 5? Yeah, we'll get rid of that.
2 bells of awakening.
And we'll get in game now, shall we? Enough pissing around. Wife cameo. Come say hi. People are already like seeing they see you, so you might as well actually like officially introduce yourself rather than just lurking around in the background. Hi everybody. Say hello, Uni. She's here. She's eating an orange. Okay. Let's get in game, I suppose. Do let me know audio levels. Too loud? I haven't had a chance to like test all this because, you know, my day has been taken up by unsuccessfully getting Elden Ring to work. We watch exclusively for the wife. I'm very underprepared tonight. I apologize. I haven't even got the fucking controller Bluetoothed in. I've been charging it. Anyway, I suppose we could just have a chat while we're waiting. So yeah, I thought we were done with politics streams last week. A thing or two happened, didn't it? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, we can't, like, not mention it. I don't have a spiel planned or anything. Just kind of, here to be like, yeah, that happened. Well, that just happened. Marvel-ass dialogue. Alright, controllers ready to go. Because I am not playing this without a controller. I have beat Dark Souls 2 mouse and keyboard, thank you very much. I have beat the Ancient Dragon mouse and keyboard, thank you very much. I am the one person to have ever done this. First person. Alright. We're settling in now. Also, hello to Hans. What do you mean, what is this treachery? I thought you would be happy that we're playing your favourite game. Unsuccessfully. Because it's not registering the controller, what the fuck? I have played this with a controller before. It should be fine. In theory. I was hesitant to bring it up, but world events have me depressed and anxious. To the point I can't enjoy anything. Music too loud, by any chance? Do I need to manually set it to, controller? I don't think so. It's just strange that it isn't, automatically controllering. It's connected. Oh, wow. This really has been a cursed Monday, hasn't it? It's not about Biden being an old fart, but Trump getting a high-speed ear piercing. There we go. It's okay. I didn't do anything. All I did was quit game and restart it, and now it works. Problem solved. New game, I suppose. We'll sit through the lore.
Indeed.
For a moment. I don't know the lore. I don't fucking know what's happening in this game.
Transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge.
So I have tried playing Souls 3 a couple times in the past. I could never get into it for whatever strange reason.
The pilgrims.
But in prep for Elden Ring, I thought, you know what, I'm going to really dedicate myself to it. And I've been playing it in my own time on the PlayStation. And I have gotten into it, you know, I've made some good progress. Thank you. But yeah, I guess because Elden Ring isn't working, I'm playing it again now, so... I wasn't really eager to do it all again, like 3 days later, but...
When the link of fire is threatened...
So I don't know really anything about this game, besides what I have played directly. I've just gotten as far as Big Giant Man. Yeah, like literally that was the last thing I did yesterday, was I killed Big Giant.
Aldrich, Saint of the Deep.
What happened with Elden Ring? So obviously I could stream Elden Ring. On PS4. I've done it before. But the point would be to play the new expansion pack. And the new expansion pack runs like shit on the PS4. So everybody is saying. So I'm not willing to spend 35, 40 quid on something that's barely playable. So I thought, no problem. I'm going to buy it on PC. I've always wanted to buy it on PC. This guy, this Big Giant guy. I did not expect to have any problem running it. I don't have any problem running any of these other games. And you know, Elden Ring is just the same as Souls 3, I jokingly say. But it runs like crap. It's horribly optimized. It exclusively uses the CPU. It doesn't touch my GPU at all.
Only in truth.
It's a complete resource hog, so it won't let me stream. I couldn't. The thing is, I was doing a test. I was doing a test stream with Sam on call. So I was talking to Sam on Discord, I was streaming the game to YouTube, and I was playing the game. Game itself, 60 FPS, pretty much perfectly smooth. A couple of times during the grafted Scion fight, it did like stutter for a quarter of a second, half a second. But Sam was saying he could barely understand me, and the stream was stuttering. So again, it's just a resource thing. It's taking up all the computer's resources, nothing else works. Which is no good if I'm trying to fucking stream. So basically that's what happened. And even if I could optimize it as best I could, by like turning down graphics or anything else, if we get to the expansion pack, it's going to have the exact same problem as the PS4. Only worse. Because it's even more intensive. Right. I haven't thought far enough ahead. I don't know what we're playing. I guess we'll be this guy. We are Unga Bunga. We use club. This is what I did in my own time as well. Now, what do we want to start with? Fire Jam, probably not. Life Ring, I don't even know if that's worth it. Sure. Free Souls. Jeez, why are the faces so ugly in this game? Like, abysmally bad. Uni, can I close the door? Or are you coming back? Alright, cool. Farewell. I cast ye out! Did we get no say? I mean, you guys can give input if you want, but I don't want to be here forever. Polling for every individual character change. We can't have that hair, at the very least. What is that even under? Face preset, nope. Build. Good God. Just push OK. Not with that fucking hair. What? Skin color, face detail. There we go. Why do you hide it away so far? It's Joe Biden. Shit. Accidental Biden. If I had more time, I would really make an effort. Actually. Is that the right hair? Oh no. You do have time. I guess we can do it. Right, so so Stephen, what is your sober take on what recently happened in the States? Has he just been handed the presidency? Well, I'll be honest, I was thinking that the debate that happened recently had basically handed him the presidency already, or if not, it was right teetering on the edge. I think this is it. You know what? This'll do. Unless there's brows. Need the big bushy old man brows. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. No, Stephen, don't. Doom. Jeb will surge. No, don't doom. Okay, I see. Jeb will surge and take it. I'm not dooming. I'm not doomering. I am anti-doomer. I'm thoroughly opposed to the concept of doomering. I am, however, being realistic. What the Democrats could do, because right now, like, there are basically two main news stories in this election cycle. One of them is that Joe Biden is old and decrepit and can't even keep his bowels in check at this point. This is him rising from the dead, as we see. And the other is that Trump just survived an assassination attempt and got, like, the best possible PR out of it with that picture. That's not a good combo for us, who presumably don't want a Trump presidency, V2. So the tides are definitely going in Trump's favor, and all the Democrats could do is try to reverse that tide, bring some PR back towards them by swapping out the candidate. But we've had this conversation the other week, didn't we? The only person they could realistically swap in is Kamala, if they want to use all the the campaign financing that they've gotten. Because legal reasons, that money was not given towards the DNC. That money was given, all donations I'm talking about, all that money was given towards the Biden-Harris campaign. So you cannot just give that to somebody else without going through, like, I don't know, some big procedure. I mean, there'll be a way, but you can't easily do it. They need to swap out for someone else if they want any fucking chance of winning, is my read on it. I don't suppose we need to actually talk about the assassination attempt itself, do we? I mean, I don't know if anybody has any, like, wacky ideas of what actually happened, or if we are all on the same page. I will not abide any conspiracy theories. This wasn't planned. This wasn't a false flag. I know some people are suggesting, like, oh, Trump planned this to, like, increase his polling numbers or something. That's nonsense. This also wasn't, as funny as that would be, Biden exercising his newly granted, Supreme Court granted rights as a president to, like, commit any crime and get away with it as long as it's an official act. This wasn't that either. The kid who did it was, honestly, like, politically, we don't really know why he did it, and I'm not really wanting to speculate. We know he's registered as a Republican. We also know he's donated to progressive causes in the past. But, like, that just sounds like somebody who's, I don't know, just sort of all over the place politically. Fucking hell. Of course, because I'm streaming. I no-hit this guy on my own time. He missed, yep. Yeah, the counter's working. Good, dude. I don't know if we'll ever know why he did it. If I was to speculate, and this is pure speculation, I think he was probably one of these kids who was, you know, taken down the sort of Groyper rabbit hole, kind of right-wing, but to the sort of weird point where you start to even look at Trump and be like, wow, he's a sellout. He's not right-wing enough, or something. Or could it just been out, like, trying to death by cop, you know? Unhappy. He's the exact same reasoning behind doing any school shooting, you know? Like, I want to die, but I want to go down in history. I know, I'll be the one who killed Trump, you know? Like, no real agenda behind it at all. To be honest, a lot of people trying to prevent Trump in 2016 registered as Republicans for the primaries, but I don't think that kid was old enough. No. This kid more recently than that. Back in 2016, he actually seemed to... Again, we don't know for sure. He donated to a progressive charity or something, which means he was probably more of like a Bernie-crat back in 2016. But like a lot of people that age were. That was kind of their beginning of political awakening. But then since then, he'd registered Republican, and, you know, he obviously... bit of a gun guy. Not that that necessarily correlates to left or right, but, you know, there's... well, I mean, it definitely correlates, but it's not a absolute determinator. We're just killing this guy for the fun, by the way. this drops a rare resource that we're probably going to want later. So yeah. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else specifically about the shooting we need to discuss, but it's more of the effect of what it's going to have in the long term, which I'm not very optimistic about. I mean, crazy copium reality. Maybe this like causes Trump to rethink the kind of people that follow him, and maybe like, wow, things sure are getting very divisive. Maybe I gotta tone it in. Hey Biden, you know what? You're not such a bad guy after all. Let's hug. let's hug it out. Like, that's not going to happen, but like, that's the optimistic route. Wow, American politics sure have gotten crazy these last few years. Maybe we gotta reel it in. Anybody suggesting that this is a result of Democrats, though? Or of, like, Biden's aggressive rhetoric against Trump? Because we have seen this. Right after the shooting, there were, like, actual Republican politicians, big names, coming out and being like, oh, this is what happens when I don't remember exactly what they said. I'm just paraphrasing. This is what happens when, like, you brand Trump a danger to the country and all this kind of crap. But, like, what are you supposed to do? Not go hard on him? Not accurately describe the fact that he's a felon? Not accurately describe the fact that he instigated January 6th or any of this? Which is the other really, really worrying thing, because the Democrats are already pulling back on TV ads because they don't want to civility politics shit. They don't want to be seen as like, oh, we can't be bullying a man who just survived like a near death experience. We got to like go really soft on him now. We can't be seen too aggressive. And I think long term they're probably going to want to rethink how they approach Trump generally, describing him as like a threat to the country, which he is, or, you know, a would-be dictator, which he is, because they don't want to be seen now as instigating any violence. Not that they were to begin with, but, you know, Democrats are weak and ineffectual, as we've said before. Oh, wow, hold on. Take advantage of that. Almost done? Nice. Good work, Joe. They need to think no more Mr. Nice Guy. The Democrats, because it's the opposite. The Democrats have not been going on as hard on Trump as they could and as they should have been this whole time. And now they're going to go even softer. You know, didn't just like a few days ago, I mean, we all kind of knew this, but wasn't there like actual hard evidence of like Trump's connection to Epstein? Like Trump was on Epstein Island, almost certainly doing the Epstein Island thing. But rather than bring that up, it's instead like, he's a rude guy. He's bad. I mean, sure, bring up the fact that he's like, oh, he's a felon. He's the only president to be charged with a felony. But that doesn't ring with Republican voters. Or by this point, probably not that many, like, fence sitters. Because, I mean, if you're still sitting on the fence now, after everything that's happened, I don't know what it's going to take to move you. And it's not going to be, he's charged with a felony. Like, not even, like, a real good felony or anything. Like, it was the hush money payments to the porn star, but like, most people don't care. Didn't Clinton's approval rating go up after the whole Monica Lewinsky thing? You know, it's same thing, same example. People don't really care. What they should be going on about, what they should really be hammering home is... Whoop. The Jan 6 thing. Is his rhetoric, is the fact that he... Well, occasionally they'll point to the fact that, he said he wants to be a dictator. But they don't do it enough. They don't really talk about how much of like an absolute degenerate fuck that Trump is. Ugh. Do you think things... Oh, there's the other question. Would it have been better if the bullet had landed? Now, obviously, we're in a live stream, and I want you guys to be sensible with what you're saying in my chat. Thank you very much. But no, I think it could have very potentially been a lot worse if Trump had actually been killed. Think about how his most loyal base would react. Not good. I don't imagine very good. Very well. Sorry, just to grammatically correct myself there. Yeah, this is bad. There's no real silver lining about this. It's a win for him. Almost certainly. And if he had died, it would have been a lose for all of us. The best thing that could have happened was that none of this had happened. I suppose. I suppose the actual silver lining was the fact that the shooter was a cis-white male with right-leaning tendencies, which has made it more difficult for like the Republicans to really politicize it. I mean, if they were going to politicize it, they would have by now, right? You would have seen a bunch of these, like... Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't already see anybody claiming, like, the shooter was trans! Because they've done that before. They've done that with a lot of recent, like, school shootings and stuff. They just straight up lied about the identity of the shooters. And being like, they were non-binary, they were trans, they were Latino, or, you know, and then they end up just being like, you know, as usual, a cis-het white guy. They were Antifa. It was the deep state. You know, none of this. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I think that's all I have to say on it for right now until anything else happens. The politics portion of the stream has ended. Barring anything that any of you guys say. Right, let's heal up a little bit. I do not like this upcoming boss. Especially not level 1 club. Man. I might have trouble. The second phase, I hate. Yeah, so what is actually happening in this game? There's a question. I will try to explain. I don't really know, but all in, like, my basic interpretation. You guys watched my Dark Souls 1 playthrough. You all know what happened there. The Age of Fire continued, except we didn't do that. But in the canonical ending, Age of Fire continues. World continues to deteriorate. We are now an indeterminate amount of time further in the future. Pretty much at the end of the world now. Like things are really at their last... Whoop. At their last... Whoop. Embers. I'm dead. Fuck that up. That's what I'm trying to do. Why did you do it twice? Why did you do it twice, Joe? Ow. Oh, here we go. And here comes the second phase, where the screen just gets consumed by giant tar dinosaur. Dodged. Fuck yeah, first try. Good at video games. Alrighty. What's Dark Souls 2's relation to the other? Is that set in the interim? It is? And I'll be honest, even though I've played through Dark Souls 2 a couple of times, I don't really understand what the fuck's going on in that game. As much as I can tell, it's Souls 1 and Souls 3 are more about the larger sort of world plot. You know, the fading of the flames, the gods sort of departing their thrones, and, you know, humans having to come in and kind of set things in motion. Whereas Dark Souls 2 seems to be more about a human kingdom. Because in the world of Dark Souls, there are a bunch of different human kingdoms. We never get to see them. They're all kind of off-screen. Karim. Where's Onion Guy from? Katarina. All these different nations were like all the different NPCs and all their different cultures. You know, Onion Knights. They're the Katarina guys. And it's all the different starting player presets as well, if you go through all the faces. I don't know what the geography of the world is. I don't think it matters. So my guess is that Souls 2 is kind of taking place in one of these kingdoms. I suppose. Dark Souls has a plot. Not really. Oh, actually, no, not really. Like, plot is maybe the wrong word. It has vibe. It has essence. Plot is always very, very thin. The plot is kill God. Or gods. Setting, atmosphere, theme, but no plot. So the only things in Dark Souls 2... I mean, you guys remember Sam's Dark Souls 2 stream. There's a reason I'm streaming 3 rather than 2, because most of my audience was the same as his, so I don't want to subject yourself to it twice. The gist of the plot in 2 was that the king, Vendrick, king of this kingdom, incidentally, but he had come under the influence of Queen What's-Her-Face, and the Queen and her sisters were all remnants of Manus. We never did the Artorias DLC in Dark Souls 1, so you guys have no idea who Manus is, do you? Manus was the manifestation of the darkness, the abyss, kind of the antithesis of the fire that is keeping the world alive. So after Manus is killed by the player character in Dark Souls 1, its soul remanifested as 5 or 6, I forget, women. One of whom became this queen lady who basically corrupted the king, caused the whole kingdom to fall into darkness, and then the player character has to do something to fix it. Again, I barely understood what happened to Dark Souls 2. Vibe. I miss Sam. I do too. He was actually going to be here tonight. Possibly even on call. But, he's busy. You might pop in chat, hopefully.
The lords have left their thrones and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side. Very well. Then touch the take no.
Sorry, bubble tea. Chewing. Everything into strength.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames.
Right. Vibe is exactly what I would say about it. All the Soulsborne games by FromSoft are dreams to me. stories around a fading campfire under a starless sky. I think by pure content, Elden Ring feels the most like it has an actual narrative. But even then, very, very loose. And then there's Bloodborne. Now, Bloodborne feels like it has more of a plot to me, but that's because the plot is so dreamlike by the nature of the fact that most of it takes place in a dream. Doesn't it? And it being sort of cosmic horror and all that fits into its kind of wishy-washy incomprehensibleness. Anyway, this is going to be our hub world for the rest of the game. Our job, as this lady has just told us, is to find all of the Lords of Cinder, return them to their thrones. The Lords of Cinder are basically, from what I gather, they are being used as fuel for the ever-fading fire. So remember, back in Dark Souls 1, Gwyn, the first god of the world, brought about the original Age of Fire, well, actually, still this Age of Fire, by creating by finding the fire, ending the Age of the Dragons, blah, 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 blah. Age of Light, everything was good, Golden Age, and then the fire started to fade. As the fire was fading, more and more desperate measures were made to try to keep it lit. The Witch of Izalith, that fucking tree of a boss, tried to create a artificial flame, ended up creating chaos instead and all the demons. After that, humans were being used as kindling. Humankind that the gods feared were eventually going to replace, sort of come up as the new hegemons of the New Age, the Age of Darkness, aka the Age of Man. We were being used as kindling, and nowadays, I guess it's various powerful beings are just being burnt. Not gonna lie, the Lords of Cinder is one of the dumbest plot points in Dark Souls 3. Maybe. Haven't finished it yet. St. Aldrich of the Deep. Ludlith the Exiled, who is here. The only one who actually is sitting here patiently waiting to be burnt. Quite happy.
Unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludlith of Corland. Look not in bewilderment as I say.
Yeah, linking the fire, that's the term. That's what the player character is supposed to do at the end of the first game.
Be thy want. Set thine eyes upon this sad cadaver. No need to be called. Now.
So this guy has already given himself to the fire, and that's why he's a charred, legless corpse, and he's going to be burnt again. And again, and again, and again, until there's nothing left. Holy King Lothric. Now these two are the ones I have actually done in my own time. The only two. Watchers of the Abyss and Yorm the Giant. That was the one as I said, I literally did this yesterday. The Abyss Watchers are interesting, but we'll talk about them when we get to them. In the meantime, hello.
Another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their mold.
I don't even know who you are, Jack.
But we're talking true legends with the metal to link the fire.
Audio okay?
Not fit to lick their boots.
These games give me existential dread, like the bad kind. Yeah, they're kind of bleak. Except for Bloodborne, because at the end of that, you get to become a squid and get held by a nice pretty lady. Speaking of nice pretty lady, hot take, but I think this bitch is boring as fuck. Sorry, I was talking about this with Sam. Not me favourite of the archetypal hub level up ladies in these games. Most of these games have one. This one's pretty bland.
Ashen one, produce the coil.
She's no Bloodborne doll. That's all I'm saying.
Farewell, I should lay the
But you know who is a doll?
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve
Now that's a friendly face.
as a humble
That's a face we've seen before,
weapons.
if you remember.
Search of the Lords of Cinder. Like
Somehow he's still alive.
just let me. I am
Now, to be fair, I don't know how time works in this universe. I have no idea how much time has passed since Dark Souls 1. I don't think time really matters. That's the thing. Time is irrelevant. It could have been a billion years for all we know. Bringing back literal Andre is a cheap, nostalgic trick with absolutely no basis in lore. We're definitely going to have a lot of that this game, aren't we? Because what I've played so far, that keeps happening. We keep seeing things like, remember Siegmeyer? Remember Patches? Remember that? You know, it just keeps calling back to things from the first game. Dark Souls 2 credit, never did that. Dark Souls 2 did new stuff. It was just all shit. No, it's fine. I like Dark Souls 2. You now realize that the Dark Souls 3 theme is almost identical to the Elden Ring theme. Oh, theme. I thought you meant music. You are a worthless wretch resurrected to kill all the other lords and in the process become a lord yourself. That is a very good point. Yeah, it's actually just the same. You know what? We're just playing Elden Ring right now. I don't know why you were complaining to Hans. You got exactly what you voted for. Right, now this is when the game's going to start getting kind of annoying. Because I was starting to find playing with the club was a pain in the arse. Actually, you know what? I'm forgetting something. Let's just quickly travel back. Because there's somebody I forgot to kill. There should be a law against lore. Give me vibes. Put me in a hypnagogic state. Please don't bring order and common sense into myth. I gotcha. She's just another firekeeper. I know she is, but she should be cool. Like the Maiden in Black in Demon Souls had a little bit going on. At least she had some different lines of dialogue once in a while. The Bloodborne doll was just sweet. Just wanted to stay there with her all game and never leave. Bear Seek Less lady in Dark Souls 2. She had different lines of dialogue. And then you have her. To be unkindled is to be a vessel for sovereignless souls. Yes, yes, you've said this already. Anything else? To be unkindled is to be a vessel for sovereignless... Okay. Hey, you don't get to turn around that fast, you cheap bastard. This is the debate we need. This is the presidential debate we needed. Fuck. No! Joe! I had him. I had him. Thank God for what little original flavour GRRM put into that game. Speaking of GRRM, I actually bought a Martin book the other day. I went and bought Fire and Blood. We were in Dundee, and for absolutely no reason. I thought, hey, let's check out the bookstore. I was kind of hoping for some obscure video game tie-in novels, specific ones that I knew they weren't going to have, but I thought I would look anyway. And I saw that, and I'm like, you know what? I've not read like an actual meaty novel in a while, not since Dune. And that's been fucking over a year now at this point. Let's give that a go. It's been that long. I've actually been in a little bit of a Game of Thrones mood, to be fair, since rewatching the show with uni. And given that we're never going to get Winds of Winter, I'm like, yeah, screw it. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Smack! Give him a smack! Smack him in the head, huh? This is basically Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, right? It's Katana Man versus presidential candidate. I got a club, Jack. You can't hurt me. No! No! You fucker again! Son of a bitch. Standing here, I realize. Imagine if Biden got nanomachines, son. He fucking needs them. That's the only thing that keeps him alive in those debates. Inject the nanomachines into my veins. Me reading DS3 as Deep Space 3? Is it like a mix of Dead Space and Deep Space Nine? Or what? God, I have really been in the mood to watch some Star Trek recently, by the way. Can we get back to like our regular viewing? Lily, Oda, Sam. We never finished TNG. I did not mean to jump. What the fuck? Right, that was a non-starter. Time out. You wouldn't kill an unarmed man now, would you? Excuse me, my internet just had a massive panic attack. I thought it was a prequel to DS9. Fire and Blood manages to completely throw the core theme of the dance out the window and turn it into misery. Well, thank you for the sparkling review there. Glowing review, that's the word I was looking for. Dundee always sounds like it should be in Australia, just because Crocodile Dundee. Decent book, but I hate some of the changes it brought over from the original book series lore. You can see a lot of people have been dying to this guy. All these bloodstains. He is quite tough. Just because he's so freaking fast. Sorry, I will read your comments. Another reason why I would like a co-host on these streams going forward. You know what? Fucking get off the ledge, you knobhead. There can be only one, Jack! I'm gonna quickly quit game just to get his items to respawn, because he fell off. The items fell off with him. So this game is in the third game is not good category? I think it's debatable. For a lot of people, this is the absolute best of the series. Honestly, this is the weird thing about Souls games generally. Except for Dark Souls 2, which I think by a long shot has the most detractors. There isn't really a clear standout, this is the best, this is the worst, in the way that a lot of games do. In fact, for some people, Dark Souls 2 is some people's favourite, easily. Freaks, but those people are out there. I mean, this at least was Dahan's favourite game, right? I don't know if your opinion changed after the last time you tried to play it, but I remember you saying it for a while. I can't watch TNG because I used to watch it with my ex-GF on the couch, and now it gives me heartache. Aww. Get over it, Snowflake! Joe. In terms of gameplay, it is the best Dark Souls. In terms of lore and presentation, it is the most mid Dark Souls. In terms of overall experience, I would rank it above 2 but below 1. What I don't like about it is the same thing I don't like about Elden Ring, and it's that every enemy has Bloodborne speed. This game did come out after Bloodborne, didn't it? Not by long. I don't know exactly what the timeline was. It went Souls 1, Souls 2, Bloodborne, Souls 3, Elden Ring, and Sekiro was in there somewhere. So the end, there is a very clear Bloodborne influence on this game. She tripped a little bit there. We will get to that. A lot of the enemies, a lot of the environments, some of the outfits even. You can absolutely tell. But I don't like how fast the enemies are, while the player is still moving at Dark Souls 1 speed for the most part. Right, let's get back on with this. That way leads to a dead end, so we're not doing that. Hey, Brocken. Overall Souls-like ranking is Bloodborne, Sekiro, Power Gap, DS1, DS3, Elden Ring, DS2. Again, I haven't played Sekiro, and I honestly don't know if I will. But Bloodborne's my favourite. Bloodborne, DS1... Elden Ring, DS2 this? Maybe? I don't know. I kind of like... What I like about Dark Souls 2 is just because it feels like a really... How can I put it? It feels like a port for Dark Souls 1, but back in those days where the ports on different consoles had nothing to do with the main release. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure the Sega Master System version of Sonic 2 that I played when I was a kid is nothing like the Sonic 2 that most people know whenever it gets brought up in conversation. You know? It's like, I see gameplay of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that game, and I see the first level, and it's like, nope, I don't remember this. Mine's looked a lot shittier. But I like it because, like, the core, the slower paced, more tactical gameplay is still there. You don't feel like you're always having to be constantly on your fucking game. If you haven't had a good night's sleep, your reflexes are going to be like 0.2 seconds off, and you're not going to have a chance in hell at beating a boss. And it's like, just let me play for fun, please. Let me have fun, Miyazaki. It's just that yeah, I think Dark Souls 2 feels more like a Demon's Souls 2, if anything. I think Sam kind of said this first, and I absolutely agree with him. Because it was actually the design team, the team behind Dark Souls 2, were mostly the Kingsfield people. So the old guard of FromSoft developers. Who might have also been Dark Souls 2. Because Miyazaki didn't have any involvement in that game, right? He didn't write it. Sonic 2 on Master System came out first, actually, and was canonically and was the first canonical appearance of Tails. A big C's for Sonic 2 proper. Huh, what do you know? What do you know? He was a robot the whole time. Right. Get smacked. I should probably upgrade my weapon at some point. Next time we get to a bonfire. Yeeh. This hobo simulator is going crazy. I know. I think this is just what's going through Joe Biden's mind anytime he's in a debate. He's just having flashbacks to his time in Lothric. Jill! Where are you, Jill? That's my wife's name, right? I don't actually remember. Jill Biden? I'm scared. I miss my wife. There's a frickin' dragon, Jill. Jill wouldn't say frickin'. There's a cockamamie dragon, Jill. This dragon's got the morals of an alley cat. I can't do a proper like Joe Biden voice, by the way. This is the best. This is the best we're getting. This is the best you're getting. I suppose I could do whisper Biden. I suppose I could do a Biden where he talks normally and then he goes whisper mode. You know, I can't get past this dragon. There's no way I'm gonna fight this dragon. I'm just a guy with a club. What's a guy with a club supposed to do against a dragon? Alright, I'll stop. Actually, that's a wyvern, not a dragon. Adjusts glasses. Shut up! I don't have shut up back there on the soundboard anymore, so, I didn't even know if that was audible. I do not want to fight this guy right now, because these are inexplicably the toughest enemies in the game. Woo! Enough of your malarkey. If I knows anything, I knows early Sonic shit. It was my childhood. It was one of my first games. Well, my very first game was Alex Kidd in Mystery World? No. Alex Kidd in something world. I've actually forgotten now. I'm getting old, Jack. I'm 30. Oh, I said I was going to leave, didn't I? I'll go upgrade my weapon. I don't actually know what, like, build we're going for, by the way, guys. I don't know. Right now, I'm just, like, going on autopilot, and I'm going to do what I did on my own time on the PlayStation, and I'm going to get Vort's hammer. But Vort's hammer is kind of annoying. It's got this constant frost effect, and it's a giant hammer, which he's holding over his shoulder, so it's right in the middle of the screen. It's like this fucking big. And it's just spraying frost right into the camera the whole time. So I don't think you guys want to deal with that. We're going all strength, though, anyway. All strength, no shield.
Just good, wasn't he?
I just want to bonk things.
Prithee, I don't want that.
Prithee, be careful. That sounds funny. You should make the hammer the only weapon you'll use. Vort's hammer? I mean, I want to go for, like, a hammer or something. You know, some kind of colossal weapon. I just don't know if I want to go with that weapon, because at that point I am just copy-pasting what I've already done. Miracle World, thank you. Alex the Kid. It's confusingly, the game's called Alex Kid in Miracle World, but the theme tune is Alex the Kid, Alex the Kid. So, you know, I just spent most of my life living a lie, misremembering the name of the game. Right, I don't have the key to unlock what's that way, do I? So let's just press on. Now I can see you. Oh, deal with this guy first. I'd rather fight them one at a time. Here we are. We've got fucking Gollum crawling over the walls. Ooh. Duff beer for me, duff beer for you. Suppose. Sorry, I realise I've missed quite a lot of comments, haven't I? Noah Gervais, the video SES, loved Dark Souls 2 the most out of the trilogy, all down to the specific vibes. I don't know. For me, there was just something kind of mushy about DS2. And I will not elaborate by what I mean. It's just... 1 and 3 are crisper, 2 is mushier. Just take my word for it. The NPCs, they're all pudgier. Everything's just got that kind of PS2 graphical look to it, texture-wise. I think just the fact there's no kind of visual through line in Dark Souls 2, I find, other than guys in armor, because like half the bosses are just big guy in armor. But like when you come to the monsters in Dark Souls 1, you have all the demons, and they all have a similar-ish look, which makes sense because they're all a product of the Witch of Izalith. You know, Taurus demon, a Capra demon, Ceaseless Discharge, Quelaag, all that shit. You know, they're all very distinct, but you could tell they're all from the same, you know, faction, so to speak. In Dark Souls 2, you've got the weird Medusa thing. You know, the snake lady. You've got Scorpion Gal. There's giants who look nothing like the giants in Souls 1. Like lion dude enemies. I don't know. There's just like a weird mishmash of like randomly selected assets that they threw into their game, it feels like. Sheesh. I am just taking a little bit of damage every engagement, haven't I? Right, maybe we'll just bolt it through to the next check. Oh, fuck me. Okay. We're fighting. I hate these enemies in particular. I thought I was dead, that's why I stopped trying. Yep. Shield guy sucks. Alex Kidd was one of my first games too. Every time I replay it, I get flashbacks to me in my pajamas on Christmas, hanging out with my family. Good times before they turned racist. Oh wow, that took a turn. Jesus Christ. Sorry, that comment just took a total turn halfway through. Sad, fortunately, I can only stay an hour today. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Say hi to Sam if he gets here. Meh. Meh. See you later, Lily. I'm just reading. Bloodborne has everything. Gameplay, presentation, lore, replayability, and sounds. True. Drip. It has absolutely, indisputably, the best drip of any video game. I kind of mean that completely sincerely. The outfits in that game were just fucking awesome. I just loved collecting them. Like, I fashion sold harder in that game than any of these other ones. Ow. I'm just sick of, like, always taking little pot shots of damage everywhere. Right, don't want to fight you at the same time. Come around this corner. Bonk. Get bonked. Oh, you're still alive. Not only are the outfits amazing, they also look practical for the work you are doing. True. Beep, 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 beep. I don't trust a guy who takes 8 hours to get his point across for a 5-hour video game. Sounds like an attack against me. Speaking of which, I have been working on the new video, actually. It's been quite fun. Progress has been made. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I think what I like about Noah Gervais is his style feels very immediate and raw, like you're at a talk and he's giving. Have I watched his videos? I definitely know his name. I recognize the name. Fuck's sake! Again, taking just little niblets of damage every encounter. Something that really bothers me. Apologies if this game starts to get a bit fucking frustrating, especially in the next area. As in the Undead Settlement. I was finding it very, very frustrating. Until I got, Vort's Hammer, basically. Until I changed from the club. Of all the games I've played, of all the Souls games, I think this one has the toughest early game. It's been going relatively fine for us so far, I'll admit, but, yeah, lack of healing, every enemy being very fast, kind of only being able to take 3 or 4 hits to a health bar. It's just, you gotta be really careful. You're always, more than usual, needing to watch your healing flask. Now the checkpoints, the shortcut's up here, isn't it? I say, pretending I don't know full fucking well that the shortcut's up here. There we go. Who will be faster? GRRM with Winds of Winter or Steven with his next retrospective? Now there's a challenge. I am, like, sincerely hoping it will be done relatively soonish. I mean, I started working on it March? Really? So March, April, May, June, okay, well, it has been a few months. And that's been playing all the games, recording all the games, writing, rewriting, and I am now editing. And we are currently at I'm at the slowest part of editing, which is the sort of development history, you know, looking at the background of the studio, previous games, and this part's always slow because you can't just like click and drag, you know, drag and drop in clips of game that you've already recorded. You've got to go hunting for, like, you know, footage of E3 1997 and and like interviews, and, you know, I need to like rake out or find emulated copies of like their past video games and stuff like this. So it always takes a very long time to get through a fairly short amount of video, but once we're past that, it starts getting faster. Any hint as to what the video's about? I will post a, like, first 10 minutes. Basically the section I'm just talking about here, the development history. I'm going to post this to Patreon for the patrons when it's done. It'll hopefully be done in... I mean, I could probably... If I could really just, like, dedicate a full fucking day to working on it, I could probably do it in, like, 3 days. But I don't get that time anymore. I get angry looks if I spend too long on my computer and don't, you know, go outside and take uni places. And I also work jobs. Not this week, though. I've got pretty much this whole week off, so that's nice. Also, no D&D this week. We're being attacked by a dog. Oh dear. As usual, dogs are the worst enemy in this game. Fucking hell. But we're fine. Finally, some patron perks again. Yeah, like... like your other patron perk. Like, voting on what game to play. Like Elden Ring. Oh, Oh, fair warning. Good chance my Patreon shuts down for a few weeks because credit card stuff. Oh dear. Don't worry. Just hope that all goes fine. Right. All these enemies have, of course, respawned. We now need 2. Level up, actually. No, I'm not going to carry on and die. What am I, an idiot? Yes, but I'm an idiot who's going to level up first. Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Welcome, speak. Very well then taken.
Oh, yeah, forward thinking. Hopefully, like I said, we're going to get Sam on some of these streams and possibly even joining us in-game. If anybody else has it on PC, I'm also perfectly happy to team up with any of you guys from time to time. Just don't pester me about it, but don't be a complete rando either. Preferably be somebody who's at least been here before. I don't like strangers. You see, I will never play with complete randos.
Just wasn't he?
They scare me.
Pretty be like that.
Any chance of a crumb of weapon upgrade? No. Okay, fair enough.
Pretty.
I will believe the Sam Hopium when I see him. Well, blame him for not being here today. I don't know what he's actually doing. He just said he's very busy. With no elaboration. Actually, he said he would let me know if he's going to be at stream or not. And then he didn't. That's fine. I'm not bitter.
Very then taken. Farewell.
Oh, and yet I imposed myself on you and went from stranger to fellow streamer to friend, maybe? Yes. You, however, gave me lots of money first, so there was that. That helped, you know, fast track you towards friendship. But yeah, you're there now. Ever appreciated, Oda. Also, you sent me chocolate. That too. Chocolate and Dark Souls. You know what? Let's go get the Dark Souls. It's been a while. It's thematic. Look. Look, we got Onion Lad, Sigmire of Katarina, and best boy, it's the meme guy. What do the meme? Yeah, cool. They're gonna sit there. They're gonna be my good luck charms. So now, whenever I lose, I can blame it on them. Right, let's get going. Sam is still trying to process football not coming home. Like the bribe in Oblivion, yes. Basically, Oda to Steven, or Steven to Oda. I'm not comfortable sharing this information with you. Money, 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 money. Why, yes, I saw people enter the Imperial Palace at night. Yes, fucking shut up. Allow me to give you my credit card number. Here you are. You're a trusted friend. Wait, no, what am I doing? I opened a shortcut. Fucking... get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of town. You, specifically, guy who just threw a thing at me. Get out of town. Fuck's sake. Speaking of people throwing knives, I really enjoyed D&D last night. And I have been kind of just brainstorming stuff, and I have so many ideas for where to go forward from here, and I'm really looking forward to playing more. I kind of... we're going to stick to the 2-week schedule thing, but a part of me is like, no, I want to play more right now. I've got a pretty solid idea of where you could go from here. And a bunch of new ideas have just come in mind of plot twists and things that I didn't even consider. Because I am not, like, again, I do not have, like, a full story planned out for you guys. I'm kind of always just, like, one session ahead of you. For the most part. Or Fallout D&D. Fucking dogs! Nah, I'm not having that. Not when the checkpoint's right here. Didn't pester either, but you won't see me playing Souls games again. Good we had fun, even though we needed some hand-holding. Okay. Sorry. There was like 2 or 3 different points being made there. But yeah, about D&D. Good you had fun. Watching Steven outskilled by a dog never gets old, implying that everybody isn't outskilled by dogs in these games all the time. Yes, Steven is the only person to play a Souls game and be like, you know, those dog enemies are kind of annoying, aren't they? Nobody else has ever said this. Fucking hell. You know what? I'll take it. Leg it. The shield guys just manifest the core issue of progression with Dark Souls. Even at level 100, you are still a little dodge goblin who bounces off this lanky dude's shield and he will murder you. Wait a minute. I can't just not pick up a useless item that I'll never use. I think I'm just going to go for the boss. Yeah. 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 Well, we'll come back and we'll fill in the gaps later. I'm leaning forward. Hello, Logical Leaf. I think I'd be too self-conscious to play D&D and antisocial. You know what's funny about that? Everybody I'm playing with said the same thing before we started. I also think just about 90% of every person who's ever played D&D said the same thing before they started. It's, once it gets going, you kind of just roll with it, and it works. It just works. If you ever get the chance, give it a go. Got nothing to lose. If you can play it with friends, get some like people you obviously know in reality, or at least online. Ow, fuck. There we go. Why did I do a jump attack? A jump dodge rather than a normal dodge? That wasn't my fault. I'm not accepting that. That never happened. I've never died once. I've never died once in any of these video games. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You try to go for a dodge, and instead you, yeah, you do that. You jump into his swing. Yeah, because the same button for dodge and jump. You have to stop sprinting before you... There you go. It works with good friends, and you know you'll have fun. I thought it would be cring, but it's good fun. Cool. Yeah, you've really gotten into it, even as somebody not that into Fallout lore. You went the extra mile researching your character. Shitting. Leave me alone. Oh, for fuck's sake! No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. 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 I only really hang out with one dude, and we usually play a video game and watch a movie, and I talk at him about stuff. Socializing. Just let me rest, please. Let me rest. I don't even want to be here. There we go. He was fucking determined to kill me, yeah. Some say he's still down that lift to this very day, waiting for Joe Biden to return. Sorry, Bo Jiden, legally distinct entity known as Bo Jiden. Oh, there he is. There's the high roller. I think he can probably hit me from here if he gets me at the right angle, so I should be careful. I want to get a jumping at... Nah, you're not gonna be cool, are you? You're gonna be lame and cringe and not let me get the easy drop on you. Fine. This is why nobody invites you to D&D. Right. Back down the elevator. Yeah, I love digging up comments from an hour ago. Such as that one. And I'll dig up more. I can't find any that I haven't read already. Nah, fuck it. Bit's done. Oh, hello. Oh, you fucker. Just let me live. Just want to get to the boss with a full sodding health bar, please. Oh! Shit, I forgot that when I've got my special ability on, it changes my... Hey! Come on, I was through it. Fuck. Good attempt, but a couple of things went wrong there. I feel like his frostbite shouldn't have got me, if I'm understanding it right. Unless it's like just his whole body does it. But it looks like he's doing like a beam across the screen. Which I was ahead of and rolled under. To be under his body, but then I still got affected, so... No need to be like that. To hands. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, we're going back. Actually, nah, I can't be arsed. We'll just continue. That was some Margit level of tracking there. Hold up the hammer! As you're rolling past him. I was told Dark Soups summed up was basically banging your head against the brick wall until it inevitably falls. The game, accurate? Basically, yeah, I guess. Oh, for fuck. Okay, this keeps happening. I don't know. I was not doing this as much when I was playing on PS4. And I'm starting to wonder if it's the PS4 input for jump different. I'm going to actually have to check that on my own time. Because this, like, accidental jump instead of roll is getting fucking annoying. It's going to kill me a lot. Also, did I... There we go. I didn't... Gotta remind me with the death counter. Yeah, what was I saying? Elden Ring, I feel, is more like that, for me. Fucking bastard. Just kept doing his little froggy jump. This game, despite, you know, current appearances, it's not that hard. I mean, I'm only on 3rd attempt against this boss. There are other, like, non-Souls-like games where you can try a boss like just as many fucking times. Wow, I'm not doing well, though. Wow, this dude has bad posture. Yes. The difference is that you have to... You have to respawn and do the boss run every time, and it makes it feel like more of a loss when you lose. If all you did was respawn at the boss door, and then try again, and then try again, and then try again, you know, 5 attempts, you'd be done. But it's having to go through these dogs every time. Once again, I have to remind myself, for old Bo's self-esteem, we are beginning deliberately with the shittest class. And this, not really a shit weapon, actually. The club's pretty good, but you know, it's a club. It's not we're not starting with the armor, the full set of armor, spear, shield combo like the Herald, or you know, a full set of plate mail like the Knight. We're Bo Jiden. So of course things are going to be a little bit fucking shit to start with. But we're doing alright. Gotta get past the Secret Service. They don't want to let me fight the giant beast man again. They're like, Mr. President, please. We can't have you hollow any more than you already have. I don't know what's happening when that starts. When it starts getting like that, I'm just trying to catch a fucking break in his attack just to get away. He walked. He walked into me and I died. I'd vote for Bo Jiden. He actually does stuff. Yeah. Sometimes. Gotta get past the Crypt Keeper first. He can also come back from the dead, so that's neat. I mean, are you implying that the real Joe Biden hasn't come back from the dead? Once or twice? Never fully, but... Ah, yeah. Ba 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 ba. Did I don't think I tallied that up, did I? There we are. Mr. President, please, we're begging you. Let me at him. I'm gonna take him out back behind the gym and show him what's for. What the fuck did Joe mean by that? I'm gonna take him behind the gym. Like sexually, or? We got the morals of an alley cat. Vort. Vort. This is the Democratic primary that none of us got to see. Did you guys know that there was a Democratic primary? It's the first I fucking heard of it. It was two people. It was Joe and some guy nobody's ever heard of. And guess what? Joe won. And that's why he's now the candidate. Sounds like a complete fucking scam to me, but anyway. Are you ever gonna, like, let me, counterattack? Like, at any point. Stop moving. Nope, never. Okay, cool. There was a long fucking section there of me just waiting for a chance to fucking do something. Hello, Tatura. Oh, I don't know where he's going, but... Oh, hi, Phil. As I said to a friend, you gotta hit him in the Boreal Valley. That would be the saving throw for the Democrats after an assassination. What, primarying? Fine? I mean, we're past that point. But replacing him? Because, yes. I'll tell you what, now that I really think about it, this Vort fellow does give off Trumpian vibes, no? I could see Donald, like, crawling around on all fours like this. Same posture. Same kind of, body type. I mean, you guys tell me I'm wrong. Look at him, tell me I'm wrong! I am being called. Not now, please, phone. Try to ignore it. Try to ignore it. Buzzing away in the pocket. Still buzzing. Holy shit. Power up. Fuck's sake. Fucking let me do something. Let me heal, let me attack. Just let me do something, Vort. Stutter? Frozen? Whoa, it completely froze there for like a second and a half. Please refrain. Go on. Alright, who was calling me? That was very distracting. Holy shit. Bloody hell. It was my aunt! Me fucking aunt, who I called twice today, never fucking answered. And now is the time that she chooses to call me back. Okay, whatever. Hey. Wow, we got nothing for that. 3k souls? Damn, he was so cold, he froze the game. If I remember right, you literally got to glue yourself to Vort's taint. That was what I was doing. It was just, occasionally, his taint becomes a hit zone, it seems, when he does his little, zoomy mode. Right, let's try and get around these guys. Question. Oh, sorry, I'll get to that in a second. I thought I was safe to at least fucking read your goddamn comment. Nope, this guy's just gonna ruin my day. Yep, you know what? Fuck you. I'm out of here. Hey, question. Out of all the D&D campaign that you have run or played, what was the biggest fuck up you have seen someone do, and what were the consequences? Then what did you guys do? My current players, what did you do? I don't tend to be really harsh with consequences. I don't want to be that much of a dick. But like, you guys were supposed to be escorting a Mr. Handy. Seaman Handy, let's not get into it. He was supposed to be repairing the water pumps in the aircraft carrier you were in. Fucking hell, this is getting annoying. And then you just led him to be dragged into the water by some Mirelurk. But rather than just be like, well, you've lost your chance to fix anything, I just kind of reduced the difficulty threshold for repairing it yourself. Oh, hey, Ariana. Not seen you in a while. How have you been? Busy with work? You've missed all the politics talk these last couple of weeks. There's been some. Hey. I gotta stop reading fucking chat. This is getting silly. Let me just fucking kill this guy first. See you later, HD. I've got a bug out. My internet's just on the fritz. Annoying, but it keeps freezing on me. I'll see if I can come back later. If not, I'll see you next week. Cool, cool. No worries. I'm still trying to think about the D&D question. Sorry. Biggest fuck up and consequence. Oh, I did let the entire village of tribals die. I let the NCR just come in and, like, genocide their entire culture because you guys, what do we say? Yeah, you didn't diplomacy well. Oh, that was it! You were warned by, like, the couple of friendly tribals, the herbalist lady, that you should maybe, like, not come back to the village at night because the cultist who was, like, in charge, who'd, like, basically taken over the place, had branded you all foreign invaders to be killed on sight. And rather than, like, sneak out and maybe mind your own business, you killed, like, 90% of them, meaning that there was nobody left to defend the village when the NCR came. So that was fun. Also, yeah, Oda's character, when asked at the Dayglow border crossing to, like, I don't know, provide some kind of identification or, like, at least, you know, tell them why you were visiting the state, you decided to stealth around and hold a dagger to their throats, which would later end up with you all in jail. But it was fine. I just starfielded it and did the whole, like, you're in jail. We're now gonna, like, blackmail you into doing work for us. So, whatever, it all worked out. It all worked out in the end.
The wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have
Dang it.
left to their journey homes, converge head to the bottom of the High Forge on through the Great Gate.
Yes, yes.
This, if you and the
Right. We got the flag that we need to proceed. Thad breaking down a door, threatening an old man to let him and John sleep. Okay, what is it? This just seems to be a thing with people playing D&D for the first time. They always resort to violence, like, in their first session or two. It's like, hi, random stranger farm man. Could we use your home to sleep in? Me and my heavily armed super mutant friend? And the farmer's like, no, I'd rather not, because I don't know who you are, strangers. And then you resort to, like, beating the shit out of him. And then, then you're like, I don't know what else we could have done. We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. All we have left is violence. Murder hoboing. But yeah, you managed to smooth it out in the end, somehow. It's the total freedom of TTRPGs. Well, I think in a way of it, it's having too much freedom. It's maybe thinking about things too much as like a video game, and being like, well, the objective must be to enter this farmhouse. They get in their head, based on nothing that I've told them. We must get inside this farmhouse, no matter the cost. Break down the door, beat up the farmer. And it's like, guys, just sleep somewhere else. Like Ying and Little Boom, they've already set up a camp outside because they want nothing to do with this random assault that you're doing against a worker of agriculture here. It's like single track mind. You're just, I need to get through this door. I must get through this door. This comes up a lot. It's the same with the border crossing thing. Like, there were other ways for you to get into the city. I planned a whole other adventure involving you taking like the dangerous refugee route through Balboa Park. You know, but you didn't do that. You just like backstabbed and threatened your way past security. And it's like, okay, well, we're not a very smart group of characters. It's fine. It's just how it be sometimes. We're in San Diego at the moment. That's it. It's been very fun. I've been doing a lot of like research into things in the city and trying to like Falloutify it. There's a Sea World in the Fallout universe. It's Ocean Land. Anyway, no spoilers. Alright, here we are in the next part of the game, I suppose. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I fucking hate it. But we'll get through it. It's also the most Bloodborne section of the game. Come on. Hey. I know there's stuff at the other side of the bridge, but we are going to get to this checkpoint first. Oh, there's a cat in here. I didn't even know. I forgot you were in here. Let me let her out in a second. After I fuck this guy up. There you go. Oh, she really needs a pee. In fact, let me take a break just for 1 minute. I'm gonna go grab a drink. And I'm back. Where are we? Why are there embers on you? Are you gonna burn? This is... It's the same thing as becoming, like, human in Dark Souls 1, when you've got your humanity back. Same idea. You've got more health, you're probably a bit stronger or something. I don't know, I've not really looked into it. If I die, I lose it, though. But if you burn an ember, which is an item on you, I've got 3. Gain strength of flame, boosting HP until death. Yeah, that's a lot of words. Yeah. Let's quickly return home. Thad felt bad about it afterwards and offered to get him a new door when he sobered up. He was convinced to move on to using curtains, wasn't he, rather than doors.
Welcome, speak. Very well then, Tubhig.
I also stabbed a dark side device, and blew up a moon, which also sent a few more. I think there was more to this story. Ah, here we are. I once blew up a radio tower and started the end of the world in a vampire, the Masquerade game. I also stabbed a dark side device and blew up a moon, which also sent a few more out into orbit in the Star Wars campaign. That's a lot. That's a mess.
Farewell, Ashen Maid.
Do I have any Titanite? I do not. Okay, back to the undead settlement. I've always played D&D with pretty reasonable people. Not that there weren't stupid adventures, but we usually kept on track. I don't think it's an issue with you guys keeping on track. If anything, you're sometimes on track a little bit too much. I don't want to come off as too critical here. This is just sort of debriefing. Just things I've noticed. When you guys first got to the USS Midway, this aircraft carrier turned ghoul settlement, you arrived at 3 PM, and I'm very specific with the timings in the campaign, especially for the last few sessions they've been in a city, so it's not been lots of traveling around, like you're out in the wilderness or anything. So you arrived at 3 PM. One of the very first things you learn is that at 5 PM there is going to be a rally held by the leader of this township. Now in my mind, that is, right, I've given them 2 hours to explore, to find other things going on, to find other clues, to discover more about this guy doing rally, possibly even to go speak to the guy before the rally. He was just a couple doors down from where you guys were standing. But instead, you've got that kind of video game mindset. We have a quest, we need to do the quest. So you go and you sit for 2 hours in the canteen. Now, in those 2 hours, Sam shags a ghoul and and you guys eat some food, but like you could have explored a little more. You know? It's just different play styles, I guess. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just something I've noticed. Because I did like put more around for years to do. But again, maybe this is a part of it is like you're all kind of new players. We're all kind of getting the hang of it. There's a guy here I'm supposed to be speaking to, right? Where are you? Ah.
Oh,
We're giving Stephen a hard time with our stupid decisions. Not always. I mean, some of your decisions have been too smart. Or you've just rolled stupidly high and, like, bypassed things I had planned. Entire adventures. Weeks of content you've just bypassed. Yeah.
Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once
This man has a vagina for a face. I feel for Steve, and I often DM in my group's dumb campaign, so it is a lot of advanced players having too much fun.
I am honored.
So they're waiting for a quest marker to appear. That is a very good way of putting it, actually. Sometimes, yes. It does feel like this. Now, this has happened a few times. You guys can even admit this. You've entered a place and you've all just stood there in a circle, going like, "Should we go in? Should we do the thing? Should we go here? Should we move? Should we do something?" And I'm sitting here like, while you guys have been debating in character for the last 15 minutes, a wizard appears. No. Usually it's a bunch of ghouls show up and start being racist against you or something. Just so something happens. Kind of got to think, like, what would my character be doing right now? Rather than, like, what is the most optimal thing for my character in this game to be doing? It's like, sometimes you can just go have a chat with an NPC. You can just go see what's happening in town. You can go read the newspaper that I have pasted on the board and actually written text for. Like, that week's headlines. Do they read them? Not always, but they're there. Now, to be clear, I'm not not engaging with all the content I prepare is not a problem. It's entirely expected. If you DM, you've kind of got to learn to be efficient with the time that you spend preparing, because there's no point spending days on stuff, because as you know, as has happened, sometimes players will just not do any of the quests you've spent hours and hours preparing for. So you want to spend as little time as you can preparing as much as you can, and be as fluid as you can with it, so that, you know, even if they don't do this quest at this time, you might be able to recycle 90% of that and use it somewhere else. You know, swap out a name, swap out a place, reuse stuff. And hopefully that's what we're going to be doing. A lot of the stuff that I've dedicated a lot of time to, I've still got. It's still there, ready to be used, and you're probably going to circle your way around to it eventually, just in a different context. Or you're all going to be eaten by giant crabs. One or the other. No more crabs. No more Marlurks. We're done with that for a while. Ow. Hold on. Are one of you alive? I think one of these things is alive at some point. I put pressure on players when they take too long. I had to do that when someone somebody got the guards called on them. Oh, I did that yesterday. You guys were spending too long just sort of milling around inside this squatter house. And I had like a cop come and like try to move you guys on. Just a gentle little prod, nothing too serious. Gotta be flexible, yep. Keep the unused stuff for yourself so you have stuff for later D&Ds. I doubt I'm gonna be doing another campaign, or repeating this campaign anyway, with anybody else. I highly doubt that. I mean, if I do another Fallout campaign, which, you know, I probably should. I've spent all these years writing the handbook. But I'd probably do like a different setting. I've been mainly trying to get better at the role-playing aspect. Yeah. I mean, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. Not everyone's super confident on like the actual role-playing as the character side of things. Maybe they just want to do more of the gameplay side. The numbers and... Fuck, I am doing terribly right. What is happening? None of what I wanted to happen happened there. What the fuck is happening? This is why we need to get rid of the club. This is when the club starts to really show its weaknesses. Just not even hitting things half the time. Right, we're going to be sprinting through to the next checkpoint. I do not want to spend any longer in this area than I have to. Alright, we will let this guy come to us, otherwise we're going to get attacked by a bunch of cage monsters. Oh! I forgot. If you roll into these people, that's just a free stagger. Yep, you're a cage. You're a cage man. I just can't wait for character-specific quests. I mean, obviously, like, character-specific stuff is going to happen. I'm looking forward to a lot of that. how much they're going to be like completely self-enclosed like side quests versus sort of tied more into the main story, I think would be better. Oh my god, let me light the fucking bomb, you fucker. Right, cool, we're fine. Can we rest? I want to kill this guy though. I don't know if I rest if he disappears. We've been invaded by an NPC. It's not an actual player. But, this might be a pain in the arse. I want him to come down here, please. Yeah, I think, to their credit, my players have been very good at the role-playing side of things, especially for first-timers. I'm very chuffed with how you've all taken to it. Oh, you turned around way too freaking fast there. You were finishing off your last swing. You should have been delayed for at least a bit longer. When the fuck am I going to find an opening here? Oh, no, I'm not killing this guy. I'm not killing him. I landed a hit there and it did like 5% damage. Yeesh. Not stopping, not stopping, not stopping. Fuck. Pitchfork out of nowhere. Alright, all things considered, one hit from that death trap. You guys didn't see, but we were also getting shot at by a ballista or something off screen. Artillery strikes. Okay, give me a second. Let's catch up. Go away. The time aspect I haven't even thought about. We need to find out what to do. We aren't all on the same page, all of us. You aren't quite sure what's expected of you. Well, I can understand that. Like, I'm not saying I'm a perfect DM or anything. I could be doing a better job at, like, making the hooks clear. It's a collaborative thing, you know? I do think, as a party, y'all could be a bit more inquisitive sometimes. Like I say, kind of, you've come to a new place, see what there is going on, rather than, like, waiting for something to happen. Because I don't really like it feeling, I'm trying not to have it feel too unnatural. Like, you walk in a bar, and somebody comes up to you and is like, aha, adventurers! There's a dragon in the woods. Please come rescue. And it's like, you know, that wouldn't happen in real life, would it? Like, I hope you guys enjoyed the combat section yesterday, because Sam was expressing to me the previous week that he was not enjoying combat. And I kind of completely understood, because I wasn't really enjoying combat either. It's like, you had this whole session of just really good sort of roleplay, talking to characters. Sam gets a shag. I still can't go over that. And then a Mirelurk shows up, and it kind of grinds to a halt. It becomes just everybody taking turns to whack this thing. So I try to improve making the combat encounters actually interesting, by giving you more, making there be another objective besides just kill the thing on screen. So I tried doing that this time, like, there's going to be an endlessly respawning number of enemies until you until you lower the water. There's a pump that needs repaired. There's another NPC in the Mr. Handy who could do the repairs for you. You can try to control him or keep him alive. A little bit of an escort mission. You know, other things going on. So I should be maybe paying more attention to this giant tree man, right? Kind of only half engaged with the actual boss fight. Oh. There we go, I blew up his balls. Fuck off. Just all these little gnat enemies roaming around. Ow. Again with the jumping! Stop jumping when I'm trying to roll! The fuck? Didn't hit me that time, but it's bloody usually does. Ah! No! No, 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 no. Stop. Can he bloody reach those pimples on its back? Where's the rest of them? One on the ankle, okay. Nope! I can't. I don't have the healing to be taking, like, residual damage from this acid. Gotta wait for that to clear, which is just annoying, because it's there for way too long. Have this damage boost. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Hello, Sam. Thad didn't want to be a merc in the first place, but he needed money. I got internet back. You're fighting Treebeard's big sister. Pretty much. I'm just sad Star Wars D&D Thad never got to reveal that he was a Jedi. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's not that I don't want to engage in the role-playing, it's just that I come up with a cool character concept in my head, but execute them very poorly and end up focusing more on the numbers. You mean, when you say you come up with a cool character concept, do you mean like... I assume you don't mean just build. Do you mean like backstory, kind of where you want to see their whole character arc go, that sort of stuff? I need through this door, please, gents. Please let me through this door, guys. Thank you. So while all that's cool, and it's like a really big part of it, you kind of got to let that stuff simmer for a while. like, I feel like you shouldn't go into D&D with this idea of, like, you know, my character is going to be, you know, this, is going to be, like, the heir to the kingdom, and this cool thing's going to happen to him, and then there's going to be, like, a third act twist where it turns out that the villain's my dad, and blah, 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 blah. You know, I guess you could talk to your DM about all this stuff if you want, but, like, I guess I prefer sort of having things develop over time. Like, you can start with a good idea, and then, like I say, the collaborative effort between the DM and you and the other players can have an impact on your story that you maybe didn't plan for. Your really cool character concept could end up sort of sprouting over time, especially if it's going to be a longer campaign. Like, Phil, you were talking about not waiting until there's sort of character-specific quests. I am not rushing into those, because I hope this campaign's going to go on for a good long while. And I don't see the... I really don't want to, like, blow the load on, you know, revealing big character twists or any of this shit, because, like, you guys have barely got yourself established in the world yet. You know, you're just a couple of low-level mercs. You barely even know each other, honestly. You've spent, canonically, like, 5 days in each other's presence. I mean, I can't wait till we get to that stuff, but you gotta let it cook. So, to Logical Leaf, who I think I was originally addressing to that there. If your D&D starts with you just worrying about the numbers and stuff, that's okay. Because, like, in time, once you get more confident, that cool character concept you have, or maybe even a cooler one that you weren't expecting, will eventually start to come through. Ideally. Fucking hell, I was doing awful there. Too much time talking about D&D. I beat this guy first try, like, 3 or 4 days ago. I don't know why I'm having any kind of a hassle today. Oh yeah, I know why, because I'm streaming. Give your character a good foundation, but let them grow and adapt with the story. True. Yeah, very true. Play a boxer. Jesus. Fucking let me through! Jesus! Cannot do this without taking at least a little smidge of fucking damage. Every goddamn time. How many hours have you played this D&D session? We are on session... 5 or 6? I don't remember. With like 3-4 hours per session, some maybe even 5. So yeah, a good while. Right, if you excuse me, I'm going to worry less about chat and more about actually getting past this. Or just, like, fucking die immediately. Jesus fucking Christ. Why am I doing so horribly? I have never seen that attack before. Am I even hit? I don't think I'm even hitting his fucking ball sack. I mean, I'm hitting it, but it's just not registering. It's like I'm right at the periphery. Not actually a full contact. I need to contact his balls. Let's just discount that, please. I was excited to play a specific character for my group's one-shot campaign, and after I played the first one-shot, I realized she didn't fit. It made a new character who fit better. Yeah, that's entirely possible. Sometimes what feels like a really cool idea, you actually get to it, and it just doesn't. Maybe it just doesn't work with the other party members, doesn't work with the vibe of the campaign. No. 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 Gonna head back to work. Oh, you've been gone for like 10 minutes now. See you, Tsura. I am playing Power Wash Simulator, working on Croft's Manor Treasure Room. There's a dinosaur down there. Oh. Oh, that Croft. Stealing other cultures' sacred artifacts and hoarding them in her mansion. What a cunt. Colonialist bin. I'm gonna die again. Yep. I'm just no. This sucks. This fucking sucks. I hate you all. I hate you all so fucking much. I was standing there because that's the one safe spot. I'm not even sure anymore where the arrows stop firing. Lara Croft would have a GB news show if she was real. Her and John Cleese. Alright. This guy is going to be chasing me. So I gotta move now. Just in time. Let that take out those two. Oh, a reinforced club. What do you know? Nope, they're not gonna let me through the fucking door! Not that I'm mad. Not that I'm mad that they have been designed to specifically get in the way at that exact moment, at that exact time. Miyazaki got it down to a fucking science where the NPCs spawn there. It really makes me feel like a CGI fish animated by Blue Sky Studios as featured in The Sopranos Season 2. It sure does. Sorry, I will read your comment in a minute. Logical Leaf. Just let me die one more time. They're going to keep respawning, so we don't want to be pissing around too much. Hi, Uni. Okay. Like emotionally, or... Physically fine, just getting very pissed off with this tree. I'm super hungry. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a boss fight, that's why I'm not even looking at you. Can't even look at you right now. Nope, here we go. Fan? No, it's just the sound of my PC burning, probably. Hit the balls. Hit the balls. Hit. Nope, none there. None there. Let's get power up. Hand there, but never mind. I have actually like locked myself in this fight before, where I have destroyed every one of the sort of vulnerable. He only takes damage on the little testicle spots, if that isn't obvious. I have destroyed every one of them on his body, but he still had health on the health bar, and I've just been stuck. I just had to quit, you know. That was a weird one. Oh. Is that one? No, that's not real. That's not real. Oh no, I suppose you could hit the hand. I think the hand always takes damage. Don't think I knew that at the time, was all. There you go, smack him in the fingers. Jolly good. I mean, like, a personality and backstory, and I tried to get a better idea of how to roleplay them by creating a few various scenarios and how they would react or act. And oh, so you give like you do like the goat exam in Fallout, where it's like, Old Man Withers has locked himself in his room again. How do you get him out? And you know, you kind of go, okay, what would my character do? Murder hobo. You mean like that sort of thing? Right. We can at least get ourselves Vort's hammer now. Like, a better weapon. The fish that rat out Big Puss. Big Puss sounds like a noise you'd make towards an actual cat. An actual cat. As opposed to a fake cat. An artificial cat. Right, I think 30 strength is what we need for the hammer anyway, so that's perfect. Dun 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 dun. Sam, I don't know if you're still here, but I don't know what build we should do. Right now, like I say, I am just going on autopilot, and I'm just getting Vort's hammer again. Is this sword any good? I don't know. It requires dex. I don't want to do dex. Just give me a big hammer. I think long term I would definitely like to choose something else. If you go strength, I'll go dex. I'll suffer for visual variety. Good shout, yeah. I'm probably going to do a little bit of research into like what alternate weapons I should use. You know, something high strength, maybe a little bit of dexterity if needed, but My goodness, we're still going. Is that a surprise? What time is it? We have been going... That's not helpful. We have been going for 2 hours 30. Wow. Okay. Huh. Maybe we should stop then. I had no idea it'd been that long. I'll just finish up this conversation with chat at least, see what's been said. With us dumbasses, the campaign will go on forever. I mean, I'm hoping for a long-term campaign. I've got it planned out for, like, you know, this city that you've spent, you know, the last 4 sessions in is merely the first of many locations you might go to, you know. You're not even... If this was like Baldur's Gate 3, you're still on Act 1, you know? This is but the epilogue. You're still in Good Springs. You're dealing with powder gangers right now. I was excited to play... Oh yeah, I've read that already. I personally don't put the character through specific scenarios. I go more off personality, past experiences, and morals. Like, are they're kind and generous, meaning they don't do, like, thievery because of this and past experiences. They struggle with assisting homeless citizens, something like that. I find specific scenarios too restricting in the beginning. Me and Sam talk more... I talk with Sam quite a bit about the campaign, sort of off stream, out of session. And a topic which has come up a few times, like, where would you put our alignment, each character in our party? Like, because I don't really like characters, players making their character level 1 and being like, I am chaotic evil, or I am lawful good. I encourage people to be neutral and let their actual actions sort of determine their morality, rather than be like, I'm lawful good, which means I must report you, the thief in our group, because I'm a fucking no fun allowed knobhead. Dylan. So I've kind of got this running tally of like, alright, based on the actions you've been doing, where would I place you? Because, like, Phil, if you're still here, I think you thought, you put Thad as like a kind of, generally good character, but then you punched out a farmer because he wouldn't let you sleep in his house because murder hobo. So, you know, again, early days, new players, not really accustomed to the game, but yeah, it's always worth thinking, alright, what would my character actually be doing in this situation? Because maybe I shouldn't be punching out this farmer, you know? Maybe just because somebody says no to me, my first instinct shouldn't be violence is the only choice. I usually sit at neutral and see where it takes me. Yeah. I do love D&D. Yeah. Glad to see you got beat up by the tree. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. If you're ending here, thanks for the advice, Stephen and Ariana. No problem. My very high-level character gradually shifted to a mid-neutral evil. Yeah. That is interesting. It's interesting to see a character go through those long arcs, often, like, unknowingly to the player. But then maybe after a while, like, if it starts happening with you guys, for instance, I would probably come to you off I keep saying off-stream, out of game, and be like, I noticed that Thad is taking a bit of a sinister turn these days. You know? He's got a lot of built-up emotion when it comes to, like, trying to track down his missing dad or whatever. He's starting to take a lot of dubious, morally grey decisions. And maybe, like, turn this into an actual character point. Ying is a recluse, not fond of people, and still I'm taking Little Boom under my wing, watching out for her, yeah. So Lily, Mary's character, is a tribal, and she says that she has a document almost prepared for me, and it's outlining the whole backstory of her tribe, and all its lore, and I'm really looking forward to that. Love that shit. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been fun. Hopefully we'll have Sam on at some point, like I said. And thank you for indulging me talking about D&D for half the stream. But it's been on me mind. Right, we don't actually need to save, but I just got a quick game. Okie dokie. Thanks for watching. I'll see you same time next week. Sorry it's not Elden Ring. Can't be helped unless I dish out for a new PC. But yeah. Bye-bye just now.